Are you trying to decide between Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto, or Edmonton? Because you're definitely not alone. Every week, I talk to people across Canada asking the same thing. Which city actually gives me the best balance between cost, lifestyle, and opportunity? With rising prices, higher interest rates, and more remote jobs than ever, thousands of Canadians are rethinking where they want to live. So today, we're breaking down the real pros and cons of these 4 cities between housing, jobs, lifestyle, and weather to help you figure out which one truly fits you best. Hey, I'm Shay Fischer. I'm a realtor here in Calgary, and I help people just like you buy, sell, invest, and relocate with confidence. So let's jump right into this. Let's start with the biggest factor for most people, which is the cost of living. If you've looked at prices in Vancouver or Toronto, you know they're pretty wild. A detached home there, easily $1.5 to $2 million, sometimes more. Here in Calgary, the average detached home is closer to the mid 600s, maybe high 7s. And you'll often get a newer home with more space, and if you're lucky, maybe even some mountain views. Edmonton is honestly even more affordable. You're looking at about 20 to 30% cheaper than Calgary, but average incomes are also slightly lower. So keep that in mind. Beyond housing, a day-to-day life costs less here too. So between groceries, gas, and insurance. And remember, there's no provincial sales tax. So that alone will save you thousands every year. So if you're coming from BC or Ontario, your money is going to go a lot further here in Alberta. Okay, next let's switch over to careers. So Toronto is still Canada's corporate capital between finance, tech, and headquarters, but the competition is fierce and life moves fast. So Vancouver has a strong economy too. You got the film, the tourism, and the tech, but wages haven't kept up with housing costs. So Calgary honestly has completely evolved. It's not just our oil and gas anymore. We're seeing big growth in tech, in healthcare, logistics, and even construction. We've got companies like Amazon, Benevity, and tons of startups are building serious momentum here. Edmonton tends to lean more on like government, education, and trades. It's stable, but a little slower paced. So if you're looking for opportunity and balance, I would say Calgary is probably right in that sweet spot. But let's be real. Nobody is going to dream about long commutes. So in Toronto and Vancouver, you can expect to spend about 45 to 90 minutes in traffic. In Calgary, the majority of commutes are 20 to 30 minutes. We've got ring roads, a smart grid layout, and there's projects like the new green LRT, which are expanding access quite fast, honestly. Edmonton's commute times are also short, but the city's seen fewer infrastructure upgrades recently. So I'd say the bottom line, in Calgary, you do get a lot more of your day back. Okay, let's head over to lifestyle next. So if you love the outdoors, Vancouver is gorgeous. You got the oceans, mountains, mild winters, but it does come with a lot of rain. Calgary is going to give you sunshine over 330 days a year, and the Rocky Mountains are only 90 minutes away. So you can hike, bike, ski, and golf, sometimes all in the same week. Toronto does have amazing entertainment and nightlife, but if you crave true nature, it's more of a weekend trip than a quick escape. Edmonton's River Valley is beautiful, but honestly, Calgary's parks, pathways, and mountain access really set it apart there. For families, I'm going to say each city really does offer something different. Your Calgary neighborhoods are built around family life. You got your safe streets, there's great schools, tons of playgrounds, and super active community centers. It's very clean and safe, and it's also very family friendly without feeling too boring. Vancouver and Toronto have excellent schools and diversity as well, but the space just isn't there. So many young families end up leaving condos for more room. Now, Edmonton is great if you're budget focused. You're going to get bigger homes, strong schools, but you are switching that for colder winters. So if you want that balance of space, safety, and affordability, Calgary hits the mark on that one. Each city definitely has its own vibe. Toronto is fast-paced and big city energy. Vancouver is more laid back, coastal, and creative. Calgary is that sweet spot in between. It's very entrepreneurial, it's friendly and optimistic, and the people here love their city. There's community pride everywhere you go. There's always a ton happening. You've got local markets, there's festivals, you've got live music, and of course, the Calgary Stampede. Edmonton has a thriving art scene too. It's more local and community driven. And yes, winters here are cold, but they're sunny. There's no endless rain. There's no heavy humidity. It's just crisp, clear winter days. So you might be asking yourself, but what about the long-term value? So Vancouver and Toronto are mature markets. They're very expensive. They're heavily regulated. There's slower appreciation. Calgary still has room to grow. There's affordable entry points, there's strong migration, and there's steady price gains. The rental demand is high, and investors from across Canada are paying attention. Edmonton still remains a cash flow play. It's very affordable, even though there is slower growth. So if you're buying long term, Calgary offers both lifestyle and investment potential. Now, what city is right for you? If you want coastal views, mild winters, and can handle the cost, Vancouver might be the fit. If your career lives in the corporate world, Toronto makes sense. If you want balance, the affordability, sunshine, and outdoor living, Calgary's probably your best spot. But if you want maximum value on a smaller budget, Edmonton's a great option. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but for most Canadians right now, Calgary seems to be checking most of the boxes. So if you're thinking about moving to Calgary, or you're still just comparing your options, I'd love to help you figure out what the right move looks like for you. I have people just like you reaching out every week from Vancouver, Toronto, and all across Canada, asking what neighborhoods to look at, how to relocate, and where to start. You can call or text me at 403-993-5882, or of course connect using any of the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.